Hello, everyone. This is episode 0 of the new Our Weekly Highlights podcast. This is a short episode to give an introduction to this series and to help establish the publishing pipelines to various podcasts and audio providers. My name is iamYannC, and I'm one of the volunteer curators on the Our Weekly team. If you're not familiar with Our Weekly, let me tell you a bit more about this great project. Our Weekly is a community project originally launched in 2016 by Wolfram Chin to provide a weekly summary of various resources created by members of the R community. These sources and resources are organized by categories in each issue that cover tutorials, new and updated R packages, blog posts showcasing the usage of R in, say, the real world or academia, various media productions discussing R, and much more. Our Weekly encourages anyone in the R community who would like to share content, no matter if it's created by them directly or a post that they found online, in a couple different ways. They can either submit their own content or site to the R Weekly feed itself through the website at rweekly.org, or they can create a pull request to the Our Weekly GitHub repository for the current draft of the upcoming issue release. Having Our Weekly produced with Markdown syntax makes it an easy way to edit and post new links. Every week, a different curator on the Our Weekly team will handle the assembly of the links and the posts that will go into the particular issue that they're going to release. Approximately Sunday evening or Monday morning, depending on your location, a new issue is released to the site at rweekly.org. On top of the categories I mentioned earlier, each issue also contains a highlights section at the beginning of the post. To determine which links enter the highlights section, the team conducts an internal vote every weekend where each team member gets the opportunity to vote for their top 3 posts in that issue. Once the votes are tallied, the top 3 posts, in terms of number of votes, are now the ones that are going to be listed in the highlights section. Now that you have a little background into Our Weekly, how does this podcast fit in? Our plan is to release a short podcast shortly after each issue's release that gives you an audio summary of the current issue's highlighted post and a small overview of the remaining posts. Each episode will be focused on these summaries to tighten the focus of the content. I wanted to launch this series as a way of contributing back to the excellent project and to spread the word of Our Weekly using this powerful medium of podcasting. This actually isn't the first time Our Weekly has explored sharing audio content, but my hope is that with this well-defined focus and a robust production backend, then we can release these episodes in cadence with each issue going forward. As we are able to integrate with the various audio and podcast providers, complete details on how to subscribe automatically will be provided on the Our Weekly site. So that concludes what I wanted to share in terms of the motivation of this series, and the future episodes will get to the actual issues. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you tune in for the remaining episodes of the Our Weekly Highlights podcast.